there! Welcome to the new year. Yeah, I don't know what that was about. How's it going, people? Simon Slabby here. This is your BTS Plus update, and everything else is coming up, pretty much. So, the BTS for January is out. It is the brand new year. And you also have the manifesto of... Well, it's basically giving you a general idea of what's going to be coming out this year. So I figured I'd go over it and let you all know what it's all about in case you haven't seen it, you know? You know, as I do. So starting off, you've got the BTS for January then. So what is coming out this month, people? Well, straight off the bat, something kind of interesting, yet at the same time not. There's going to be 26 new baby tiny mini pet versions of the bosses in the game, basically. The way you're going to get these is kind of how you do with the rest of them have been added. Basically, you kill the boss, it's a rare drop, and you can get a baby pet version of it. This is stuff like QBD, King Kelphite, Araxi, Nex, things like that. All of those kind of bosses, they're all going to drop this little baby mini version of themselves. They do look quite funky, to be totally honest, and it does give you, I suppose, another reason to go stab monsters in the face. So there we go. I kind of like this. It's something or nothing, but yeah, something else to collect, I suppose. The other thing we're talking about is elemental and rare drop table rework. So they're going to be changing some of the random crap drops you get in the rare drop table. And this is going to go across the board with quite a lot of mobs, let's be honest. Lots of them use the rare drop table. So, yeah, they're going to be changing out, getting rid of some of the useless stuff, adding like bars and potions and stuff instead. And adding more gems and things like that to it. So you should get less crap from the rare drop table, in a nutshell. So yeah. Next thing worth mentioning is Hattie and Skull. I'm sure if you've been playing this game for longer than a year, you already know what these are. But these are the wolves that come up in Fremennik area, and you kill them. They end up giving you some items which can give you some massive bonus XP. And they'll be here for this month, and I think they leave pretty much as soon as February rolls around. So you might want to get this done for this month. I'm not sure how long the boots and stuff are going to last. I'm sure they'll mention it when this update actually gets thrown in. But yeah, Hattie and Skull are back, which means you get the Skull boots, which is agility and woodcutting XP, if I remember rightly. I think there's something else that gives you XP for as well, but I can't remember. And you got like Aya spear, the helmet, and I think it was the necklace and stuff like that. So they're all coming back with large chunks of XP for you to use in a bunch of skills. So yeah, that'll be quite nice when that comes around. The other thing which is kind of interesting is there's a big ass port update apparently. And it's going to be pretty huge. Kind of like the last one where they added, what the hell was it? The Reef Walker cape, the ring, and Death Darts. I can't remember what they're called. You know, Death Lotus darts, those ones. When they added them, it's another one of those basically. So this time they add in another 3 skills to the set. This is agility, dungeoneering, and divination. They'll be the dedicated skills, which means you need level 90 in one or more of those to take part in this particular section. Excuse me. On top of that, they're going to be changing how port works a little bit. They did mention that instead of having to go all the way to Port Sarim, I say all the way, it's literally just home port to Port Sarim, you lazy bastards. But there's going to be a way for people to basically send out voyages without having to go to player own ports, apparently. So if that's true, that's going to be pretty damn useful, it's gotta say, because half the time I don't bother with ports just because I can't be asked to leave wherever I'm doing at the moment. So they're also introducing 3 new adventurers. This is going to be tied with the 3 skills, obviously, so agility, dungeoneering, divination. It's going to add some new voyages to it, same as last time. New equipment will be available, includes level 85 dual-wielding weapons, a katana and a wakizashi for melee, and Seasinger's wand and orb for magic, as well as brand new scrimshaws on top of that. There's also new clue voyages, which give cryptic pointers to hidden islands. Once found, these can be regularly visited for stat boosts, Captain's trait removal, and a chance to find Tengu cosmetic gear. And this is the Tengu cosmetic gear, I'm assuming, by here. It does actually look kind of funky. I like it. So yeah, on top of that, the other part for the pop upgrade is you can upgrade the buildings further. And I think you may be able to change the look of them slightly. Not much, but slightly. But yeah, it's upgrading them further because, well, let's be honest, when was the last time you upgraded it? I mean, the last update I don't think added anything to the buildings, no? So yeah, player import's getting a pretty big update. And the new level 85 dual-wield weapons being a katana and wakizashi, getting ninja on people. Ninja. That's all I'm saying. Solomon Store, there's one thing worth mentioning. If you do use a Solomon Store, Some of the old items that are in there are apparently going to be dropped and thrown out. And this is basically the last month you can get some of them. It doesn't say which ones, but a lot of stuff is on sale, so if you want like lots of cosmetic stuff, then feel free, knock yourself out. Last thing is the Rune Labs. So apparently they're going to be adding Rune Labs this month. Maybe. Well, it's in this BTS, so I assume it's this month, but there was no specifics, it just said early in this year. So who knows, maybe it's next month, maybe it's this month. Depends on whether or not they got problems with it. But anyway, if you don't know what the hell Rune Labs is, it's going to be a part in the forums, the official forums. So if you go up your, like, straight at the top, forums, boom, go in there. There'll be a part in there called Rune Labs, right? The basic premise is you go into Rune Labs and you write out your idea of an update for RuneScape. And then if a bunch of people support it, they give it a thumbs up or whatever the hell it is, then it'll be moved on to the RuneScape development team. They'll look at it, see how they can put it into the game or make use of it and add it into the game in one way or another. And if they can, and everyone agrees and they all like it, then it gets into the game. And your update becomes a real thing. That is how Rune Labs works. Of course, if you do add a shit idea, it's not going to happen. So, there is that too. So yeah, Rune Labs is being added, supposedly. So all in all, BTS this month, you've got 26 mini boss pet versions to go stab some bosses in the face to get some baby versions of them, because, you know, Tamagotchis and stuff. Rare drop table is going to be reworked. The Hattie and Skull are going to be coming back, so nice free chunk of bonus XP there. Player and Porch is getting a massive makeover, happy days. The new level 85 weapons and stuff coming alongside with Pop, so it may be worth actually getting your levels up if you haven't already to actually start Pop. Solomon Store's getting rid of old stuff and adding in some new crap, and Rune Labs is a thing. So those are your updates. So that's January for you people. So next on the list is this manifesto. So they did this last year and the year before as well, if I remember rightly. In a nutshell, manifesto is basically going to be telling you what the hell is going to be coming out this year. Or at least what they hope to be coming out this year, and it's kind of like the main things, I suppose. So Rune Labs, straight off the bat, we just talked about that. It's write an idea, if they like it, it'll be in game. Simple. World events, so that's the thing, Tuska's coming. This is Tuska here, if you don't know. Big giant pig of doom. Pig Boy's going to be coming and basically rampaging through and stabbing stuff in the face and eating people and stuff, so we need to stab him in the eye. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that'll work. Just stab him in the eye. And kick his ass, and that'll be that. So that's the world event. There might be another one, I don't know. They did kind of think about mentioning another one, but what we know for certain is Tuska is a thing, and that's coming. And it won't be a PvP thing. It'll be a massive everyone versus Chunky Pig. You got people. You can go in there if you're like a combat specialist. So if you like PVM and stuff, you can go in there and you can stab stuff in the face, no problem at all. And if you're a skiller, level 3 skiller, that's not a problem as well. There's going to be stuff for skillers to do in this world event as well, supposedly, such as building walls and fortresses and whatever else that goes along with it. But yeah, in a nutshell, Tuska's going to come along, rampage, and we're just going to poke him in the eye and be done with it. So next is skills. After the success of the Elf City, we've been focusing a bit more on skilling in the wider world, adding more motivations to level up. So they're going to be particularly looking at level 60 to 80-ish training across most skills. More so in some of the more neglected skills like farming and construction. And what they're going to be adding, for example, in those two is stuff like being able to nurture your own livestock and build brand new rooms in your player-owned house. Both of which will be determined by player-owned polls. So you might want to keep a lookout on the player-owned polls if you're interested in what kind of stuff's going to be added. Yeah, I'm not really sure, like, farming and construction have got stuff in that level. Construction in general, you don't really get a lot out of it besides the Gilded Alder. And the poles, teleport poles are handy. Oh, and the Summoning Obelisk, that's handy too. And the Amulet of Glory. Other than that, oh, the lectern to make your own teletabs, that's good. I do like that. Any other uses? I suppose you could store crap in that costume room, no? I can't say I've ever used it. I really should. My bank is full. I can't believe it. Anyway, stop talking. Ed, back onto the updates. Shut up, Salmon. Fuck's sake. Farming. Is there any need for livestock? What livestock can you have? Because the only livestock I can think of is like pig, chicken, cow, moo, sheep. I should know that. I'm fucking Welsh. Come on. Anything else? Could you grow your own dragon? Farm your own dragon hides? That'd be interesting. Anyway, I guess we'll have to see. But yeah, they're thinking about looking at skills between 60 and 80. like pretty much every single skill, and seeing if they can add stuff in there to make it a bit more interesting, or add something on the side so you can add a little bit more to it. Kind of fill the gap, I suppose. But yeah, combat is a thing as well. They are obviously going to be focused on combat. I mean, they've got Tusker coming in the world event and stuff. On top of that, new bosses and stuff. Several boss monsters are going to be coming this year, and they're all going to be inspired in a way by Tusker. Their strengths and weaknesses will be influenced by the event and appropriate for a range of player levels. So it's not just going to be max combat Henri. There's also some brand new tactics in the pipeline, incorporating more of RuneScape's unique style of gameplay to add to each battle. So expect more bosses kind of using the weird tactics thing that Araxor and Virago are using, I'm expecting. So they kind of like got their own little tactics in order to take them on, if you get what I mean. So expect more things like that. There will also be a large range of combat targets on offer for groups of high-level players, or high-level training mobs, and a few bosses that will push even the greatest of warriors to the limit, making Araxor and Virago look like babies. Babies. So yeah, new boss. It's going to piss all over Araxor and Virago, apparently. That'll be interesting. Quest, obviously there's going to be quest. It's a year, like, you know. The 200th quest is coming, the Dimension of Disaster. On top of that, you're going to have the Zamarakian Heist as well. Those are the two we know about for certain. So the 200th quest is kind of looking at what would happen if we wasn't in the game. So all those quests you've completed, if you imagine you wasn't there and whatever you was fighting against just happened to do whatever the hell it felt like, then shit would be quite a bit different. For example, Demon Boy from Varrock, can't remember his name. Demon Slayer quest, you know the one. If you didn't stop him, he'd make everyone in Varrock a slave, for example. So yeah, should be interesting. The next one is Zamarakian Heist. Basically, we're going to steal the Stone of Jazz, because, you know, that's what we do. So that's the thing. So you're going to have a little James Bondy stealing moment. Good times. Community development, as they're talking about here, is they've started with RSTV, which is the weekly stream telling you about stuff that's coming out, random nonsense, chatty nonsense, you know. And they're going to be carrying on doing that with some more streams and stuff, and hopefully give you some more information from stuff like the Ninja Team and all of that going alongside it. It's all not bad. The Ninja Team is still going on, and they're going to be adding more improvements to the core basic game. Expect juicy patches like a legacy style interface for other combat styles, fewer infuriations and clicks when looting items, and a worthwhile use for shops within RuneScape. Of course, that's just a taste of the amazing things we got planned for 2015, blah 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 blah, polls, Rune Labs, stabby stuff, bosses, events, community development, job done. But yeah, there we go. So that is, I'm pretty sure, everything to talk about. So that's everything coming this month / year. I'm going to see if there is any patch notes, because there wasn't any on the main page. And apparently not. So there we go. So there's no patch notes. It's just the behind the scenes. So, all in all, not bad. Quite a few things coming out. There's no specifics for the stuff that's coming out this year, although for those of you who like PVM, apparently there's going to be several bosses, which does sound kind of funky. And to be totally honest, with the 26 mini baby versions of bosses, it's tempting the vain me to go and poke bosses in the eye. So, yeah, this year might be a little bit different. Because normally it's just me making quest guides and stuff. I might do a bit of bossing. In fact, I might go for comp on salmon this year. That might be a thing. So if I'm doing that, expect all the comp guides and stuff like that. And because I'm doing that, I dare say I'll probably go about trying to get all the top gear, because I still I've got absolutely crap gear on salmon. He's poor as poo, gotta be said. Poor fella. So yeah, I'll probably go around and kill all the bosses, get myself some of the top gear, and slap stuff in the face until I get all these mini pets. That'll be something. I don't know. We'll see what happens. January, innit? Let me know what you all think. Should I go comping and bossing? Would you like to see some of those guides? Top of that, this week, because I do have some time off, I do believe I should be able to get the Tyrant task set up if you still need it, or if you've been waiting for it. So that is a thing. Hopefully I should have the easy task set up by Wednesday. Yeah, it should be done by Wednesday, hopefully. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So, what do you reckon? Comp? Shall I do it? Bossing. Either way, people, I will catch you all later. Love you all. Happy New Year and Christmas and Hanukkah. Is that Hanukkah? I don't know. Either way, I'll catch you all later, people. Have a good one.